Hello, welcome, bonjour, it's your boy Dan J, and today I did a powerlifting competition. Super training, Christmas classic, as it says on the medal. Obviously it's the other way around because I'm doing this on front camera. And basically I'm just going to run you through a competition recap video. Now I basically did this competition because I was like, I might as well powerlift and I might be able to go to Bucks. But what I didn't know is beforehand, it's basically already confirmed that alumni can't go to Bucks for powerlifting this year because British powerlifting is a mess. They flopped the entire thing, their admin was just dead, and so the qualifying totals from last year didn't go up. Not that they really needed to go up, to be honest, because the jump that they made from the year before was so big that quite a few people, it reduced the numbers of qualifying for national competitions like the university ones, so Bucks. And so now it's probably going to be a lot more people because it didn't jump up. So people who didn't get it last year, who were just about there, probably going to get it. So obviously they're going to prioritize the actual students over the alumni. Cool. So I go into this competition and essentially it was like basically just a fun little piece. And if I was lucky, I might get the national competition qualifying totals for over 23s. So just the open category, which was 635. But when I say if I was lucky, I was predicting myself to do a 220 squat, 140 on bench, and like 260 on deadlift, which is way below. I think those calculations come to something like 620 is what I calculated. Anyway, things change, plans change, as you'll see in these clips. So let's get it. So I came in on the day, weighed in at 82.8. Obviously now I was competing in the under 83s and this is only my third competition, but it seems I'm getting too big for the under 83s because if I go into another comp, it's either going to have to be a decent cut or a gut cut to get that under 83s. So anyway, so we start with squat. And here was the first one.
And I never met you at random. This must be destiny, that's why you're next to me, you feel like ecstasy. This must be destiny, that's why you're next to me, you feel like ecstasy.
Then we moved on to the second one, and obviously looking back on the video, it looks like the depth could be there, but obviously I got called. There's no reversing it, there's no whatever, like if you don't do the depth, you don't do the depth. And then on the third one, I obviously didn't hit depth. The strength was there, but the depth was lacking. So like it is what it is. I obviously didn't get close to the 220. The 220 was kind of a Hail Mary as well because I tried to do 217 the other day at the gym, which looked like this. And yeah, so it didn't really move. I had started on nights, so it was basically the morning time. It was kind of odd. Like my sleep was all off, but I thought I could still do it, but clearly not. And obviously when I came out and did like a bigger weight this time around, everything felt just so much lighter. I just missed the depth. And yeah, it's just one of those things. I think when I started training in front of a mirror, my depth was there when I was in the pure gym, but sometimes when I wasn't training in front of a mirror, the depth just wasn't there. And I think it was just one of those things where I could have sunk it more. But anyway, with that out of the way, either way, if I wanted to get that 635, I was still looking at like a 280 kilo deadlift. But anyways, we moved on to bench. Now, bench has always been not that good in the competitions for me. I've gone 1 for 3 on bench in the 2 previous competitions. In my first competition, I went 1 for 3 because I just had a sticking point at my chest, which I think I fixed. But I also, when I say fix, that's in quotations because my shoulder basically kind of like got twins. Like I think this right shoulder, how am I forgetting what shoulder it is? Anyway, my right shoulder kind of twinged. I think it's just ligamental stuff, like muscle imbalances that I'm going to work on obviously now that, I'm done. But it's not too deep when I'm lifting, but like it can be like, even like sleeping on that side, I can wake up with a sore shoulder, but then it resolves in like 10 minutes. So I think that built my triceps a bit more, and it helped with the benching. So I really smashed it. Like from last year, actually it was this year in February. From this year in February, I couldn't even get 125 to move off the sticking point. Whereas now I was doing 140 in like 8 months, 10 months. So I'm proud of that one. And I went 3 for 3 on bench, and here are my 3 attempts. Bench was a really good one. I think obviously after the squats, I was like, how's it gone this bad? Like what's happened? But bench really did it for me. Anyway, obviously at this point, I know that like, unless I pull some Hail Mary on deadlifts, it's finito. Like this will be it. Cause I'm not gonna do some random regional comp, because this is a random regional comp. Obviously super training, very big gym, very popular competition, and that's how they get away with charging me £70. Eish! When my bank account was hurting, bruv. So we went into deadlifts. Here's me warming up. And I did my opener at 237.5, which was an easy one. Yeah, simple stuff. And then I went on seconds to 255 being my top lift at Bucks, which didn't really count, I think, because my feet rocked, so I wasn't really stable, which is something I worked on, was just putting my toes down, like no rocking backwards, put those toes into the ground, and it came off the ground very nicely. And then I basically just wanted to beat my friend for the third attempt, so I went for 272 just to try and beat his total. Could have just tried to beat his deadlift, but I wanted to go the full way, and obviously it did not even move off the ground. I'm not even sure. Here's the replay, because I haven't seen this myself, so when I'm editing this will be the first time that I'm seeing how it moved. Yeah, so basically I came up with a cool total of 587.5, which my last total that I got was 552.5. Well, my best total which I've got is 552.5. And yeah, I think that was a great farewell tour. Obviously I won't be doing powerlifting till at least late 2024 if I go back. But yeah, it was a movie. It was good. It was nice to lift with everyone as well, everyone from the Exeter Powerlifting Club. It was great being back in that environment. It's always a good time. I think there's just such a good community. Like all these people who, like half these people I barely speak to, or maybe like a coach that I've never met. Like all these people that are just, it's just good energy, good vibes the whole day. Like the whole event was just good vibes. Everyone from the start of the weigh-ins to like the end of the competition, everything was just very good vibes. And realistically, I'm getting big now. I've been at the gym, I think this will be my 6th year, because I started when I was just 18. So the year after, like the January after I turned 18, and now this January will be the January after I turned 24. So what's that, 6 years in the gym, obviously minus a year from COVID. So I've been in the gym for 5 years grinding. And when I first started, I was like 73 kg, and now I'm 83. And I'm really only at this weight because of powerlifting. Otherwise, I would probably be at a higher weight by now, because I've done multiple cuts just to get into under 83s, or I've done cuts that have managed to get me into 83s. Like a few weeks ago, like 4 weeks ago, I was 86, 87, just standing on the scale like every morning. I'll probably weigh in at that amount tomorrow morning. So I think if I come back to powerlifting, under 93s will be my new category. Nathaniel Messiah, I'll see you there. Obviously, I'm not really a talent like that. I'm not really a talent like that, mainly because, you know, it's one of them things where, like, my powerlifting abilities are are decent, like they're decent. But if I was younger, then they would be even better. And if I had got into it younger, then I of course would have been even better, like these young stars like Fanny Masai, Joey Shaw, Jana Sivananda, these young talents. But obviously I got into it a bit late, and now I'm in the open categories. And I'm not going to be an amazing open person because I'm not committed to powerlifting like that. The open people who are amazing are the ones who go to the Sheffield competitions where they're invited to break world records. I'm never going to take the sport like that because I'm not really a big powerlifting fan like that. I like the gym, I like the bodybuilding side of the gym, and I wouldn't go into bodybuilding, I don't think anyways, but it's just a fun thing to do with my friends. And yeah, that is my competition recap done. I've been your boy Dan J. Will Dan J return to powerlifting? It's up in the air, man, but under 93 soon? I'll leave you with that question. So thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a thumbs up. If you're new around here, hit subscribe. I make content on music, productivity, and medicine. And yeah, as ever, it's been a pleasure, and I'll talk to you soon.